anyone can come at any time, and Phil's coming next year, aren't you, Phil?
I'm gonna do my best. It looked really fun.
Okay.
All right, hello, final three. We are going to start one last challenge. But before that, we're going to have one last get to know you. And tonight it's about the game. I would like to know what was your favorite challenge and least favorite challenge, and please explain why for both. And we're going to start with Jonathan.
Oh, um, my favorite challenge. I'm probably getting this wrong. I need like 2 hours to think about this, but my favorite challenge would have been the I'm gonna say the piggy bank, the like the money one, only because I understood it right away. And I feel like most challenges I'm so slow to understand. I'm like, what's happening? And then I just do it. But that one I understood right away. And I took a risk. It was terrible, but like maybe that kept me in the game longer because people thought maybe I was suspicious. I don't know. So that was my favorite. And my least favorite, um, gosh, oh my gosh, least favorite would be, now I can't remember any game that I've ever played in my life. Um maybe wait, we had, I also really like the Clue one though, but the least favorite would have been the one where I did it so quickly, I would say. The one that the puzzle night where I was like done in like 2 minutes. Um and then I like sat and then just watched everyone. I mean, it was good to watch everyone else. It was very important information. Love that. But my turn was just over so quickly and I went first. So I guess that's my least favorite.
All right. Tina.
Um, my favorite. My brain just totally went blank. I'm gonna say my favorite was, and Jonathan, the puzzle you're talking about was, I think, 2 weeks in when you had to do a word puzzle and you just like plowed right through it. Okay, anyways, um, my favorite. I really liked the one where we had to travel and we had to make moves around that map. I thought that was like kind of interesting and different. I had never played a challenge like that before. So I'm gonna say, um, yeah, I think that one was good. And my least favorite was trying to shove a big giant sandwich down my mouth last week.
All right. And Heather.
Well, my most favorite challenge was last week, the art with the food and getting to create you out of food items, even though your judges, apparently some people, James says, were not good judges. That was my favorite. I thought that was really fun, and also having Jessica alongside to give ideas and input. That was a good challenge. And my least favorite was eating the challenge, the cooking one, and the making the sandwich. That
All
was a
right.
love hate challenge.
Wonderful. All right. Now it is time for your final challenge. For this game, I will need you to answer some questions. But before we do that, I need you to decide together the following. Who in the group of three do you feel you all know the best? And who do you feel you know the least?
Oh, we decide now.
Well, Jonathan, I've never played with you before, so I can confidently say that I think I know you the least. Not that I know Heather that great, but I'm going to say that I know Heather the best and Jonathan the least.
And I would say I know Heather the best as well because I have played one game with Heather.
Okay.
So I feel like that's two of us that know Heather the best, I think. So maybe
Sure.
Heather, because we all have to collectively do one answer for each, right? Like just one
I
answer.
would think so,
Yeah.
yeah.
So who do we know the best? Heather. And then I don't know. Heather, you decide. Do you know me the least or Tina?
I feel like it's almost equal. I have played more of a game with Jonathan, but I still think you're a mystery in a lot of ways. I don't know too much about you, but I also haven't gotten to know Tina too well yet either, because we haven't really played a game before. Um, I'd have to say I know Tina maybe a little bit less.
Okay. So Tina
Okay.
then. Because yeah, I would say Tina, Tina would say me. So you're the
Fair
decider.
enough. Fair enough.
Both there.
Okay. Wonderful. I'm going to put you into some rooms and we'll explain the challenge. Perfect. All right. All right. Hello, Heather.
Hi,
So,
Phil.
um, I'm put you in your room and we're going to play Who's It Gonna Be? So for this challenge, it's going to start with me asking you 10 questions. For each question, you must answer with the name of one of your fellow two members in the final three,
Okay.
Jonathan or Tina. You may not share your answers with either player until the complete game is done.
Okay.
Here are your questions. A deadly snake has bitten both of the other players, and you only have anti-venom for one player. Who do you give it to?
Um, Tina.
It is your last day on Earth. Who would you rather not spend the day with?
Oh, these are not nice questions. Who would I not want to spend the day with?
Correct.
And it's my last day on Earth?
Last day on Earth.
Hey, Phil.
You can't say they.
That way nobody hates you.
Then I'm not hurting feelings.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Um, oh boy. Well, I'm very sorry. This is just eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Um, I'm gonna go with who would you not want to spend the day with?
Correct.
Okay, I'll go with let's go again with Tina.
If you could be either person for one day only, who would you choose to be?
Um, who would I choose to be for a day? Who would I Let's go, Jonathan.
Who do you not trust with your most valued secret?
I'm gonna go with Tina for this one, only in terms of the game.
Okay.
Am I the only one in this room?
Yeah, right now, yes, but it is being recorded.
Well, I'm only saying I do not trust her when it comes to the game because I suspect she has a important MOLE role in this game.
Okay. Well, who is less likely to pick up a tab at a restaurant?
Jonathan.
Who is more likely to cheat on their significant other?
Less likely to pick up a tab, I said Jonathan.
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't know if Jonathan has a significant other, and I know that Tina does, so I'll say Tina is more likely to cheat because I'm just using that rationale.
Who is more likely to lie to your face for something of significant value?
Jonathan.
Who is more likely to sneak a peek at their birthday present?
Uh, More likely to sneak a peek. Um, no, Jonathan said he doesn't care for birthdays recently because it was his birthday. So I'm gonna say Tina. I'm just gonna assume Jonathan does not care about birthday presents.
Okay. Who is more likely to vote for themselves in a popularity contest?
Sneak a peek on. Sorry, I'm just also making my notes.
Okay.
And more likely to vote for themselves on popularity contest.
In a popularity contest.
Jonathan.
And your last question, who would have fewer people attend a party in their honor?
Oh, that's not a nice question, Your Honor. Um, I'm going, this is my reasoning. Jonathan said he works in like casting and movies and stuff. I'm going to assume he knows a lot of people. Tina said she works from home and lives in a less busy area. I'm going to assume Tina knows less people and maybe Tina would have less people at her party.
Okay.
Um, yeah. Okay.
Sit tight. I'm just got to go to another room. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hello.
We are going to play Who's It Gonna Be? For this challenge, we will start by me asking you 10 questions. For each question, you must answer with the name of one of your fellow members in the final three. You may not share your answers with either player until the complete game is done. Here are your questions. And you're answering either Heather or Tina.
Right.
A deadly snake has bitten both of the other players, and you only have anti-venom for one player. Who do you give it to?
So we're starting off savage. Okay. Oh my God.
Buckle up.
You know, let's Heather has young children who need a mother. Sure. Let's give it to Heather.
Okay. It is your last day on Earth. Who would you rather not spend the day with?
Ooh. Who would I rather not spend the last day on Earth with? Um, you know what? I need to keep. Okay, I have a plan. I'm gonna say Tina.
Okay. If you could be either person for one day only, who would you choose to be?
Heather.
Who do you not trust with your most valued secret?
Why not? Tina.
Who is less likely to pick up a tab at a restaurant?
Hmm. Heather.
Who is more likely to cheat on their significant other?
Heather's married and Tina just has a boyfriend. So let's say who's more likely to cheat. Let's go with Tina.
Who is more likely to lie to your face for something of significant value?
Um, Tina.
Who is more likely to sneak a peek at their birthday present?
I would say Heather.
Who is more like, oh, sorry, who is more likely to vote for themselves in a popularity contest?
For themselves in popularity. Let's go with Heather.
And who would have fewer people attend a party in their honor?
Heather.
All right, sit tight. Hello, Tina.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm starting to get a little bored.
Well, we are going to play Who's It Going to Be? For this
Okay.
challenge, we will start by me asking you 10 questions. For each question, you must answer with the name of one of your fellow members in the final three. So you must answer either Heather or Jonathan.
Okay.
You may not share your answers with either player until the complete game is done. Here are your questions. A deadly snake has bitten both of the other players, and you only have anti-venom for one player. Who do you give it to?
Heather.
It's your last day on Earth. Who would you rather not spend the day with?
Oh boy. Heather.
If you could be either person for one day only, who would you choose to be?
Jonathan.
Who do you not trust with your most valued secret?
Jonathan.
Who is less likely to pick up a tab at a restaurant?
Since she has a family and feeding children, I'm going to say Heather.
Who is more likely to cheat on their significant other?
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Um, Jonathan.
Who is more likely to lie to your face for something of significant value?
Jonathan.
Who is more likely to sneak a peek at their birthday present?
Oh, oh gosh. I think it's going to be accidental, so I'm going to say Heather.
Who is more likely to vote for themselves in a popularity contest?
Jonathan.
And who would have fewer people attend a party in
Oh, I'm
their...
sorry, Jonathan. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got Jonathan. Yep. Who would have fewer people attend a party in their honor?
Heather.
All right. Thank you so much. We will move everybody
Thank
to.
you.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Um, perfect. So this is your last chance to know each other, to get to know each other. You've been watching and getting to know each other over the last 7 weeks. You've even been taking notes on each other. So this challenge is called Who's It Going to Be? And it will be based on the questions that I just asked you and how well your fellow finalists can think like you. Two of you will be asked about the third player's answers for 3 predetermined questions. If you can guess correctly how the third player answered, you score a point. If after 3 questions you have scored all 3 right, you will take money from the mole's pot. 2 questions money will be added. 1 question, money will be taken away, and all wrong, the mole will steal from your pot. The amount up for grabs has been determined by how well you said you know each other. In round 1, the player that you chose as the person that you knew the least will take place. The 3 questions right will earn if you get all 3 questions right, you'll get $5. 2, $2.50. 1, you lose $2.50, and 0, you lose $5. We're going to start with round 1. And so, Tina, I'm going to move you away. And we'll have you come back in a bit. All right. So, you must agree on your answers. Okay, so you must lock in order to lock them in, you must both agree on your answers. All right. So here are the questions for Tina, and the answer will be one of you. So Tina's questions are: a deadly snake has bitten both of the other players, and Tina only has the anti-venom for one of you. Who would she give it to?
Heather, what are your thoughts? I see. I would naturally say I think she'd give it to you, but will Tina want to get this question wrong? So she might say me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
Um, yep, I could see both sides.
I could see her doing the opposite of what she actually thinks. So I'm conflicted.
I feel like she would give it to me. But like you said, if she wants us to not predict right, she
Mhm.
would answer you.
Are we gonna find out the answer? Like, when are we gonna find out when this is correct? After each question, or just after at the
After
end?
all 3.
Ooh, damn. So we're not gonna know which way she goes.
We're so close to the end, and it's not a lot of money for her to get into her pot.
But it's money that if we all get it wrong, we take it away. So how does this work again? If it's, do you want to split then? Do you want to do like one question where we go with what we think she would actually do, and then one question where we go with what we think the opposite of what she does is, just to kind of split it so that we don't get all 3 wrong? Because what happens if we get all 3 wrong?
If you get all 3 this round, $5 would be moved from your pot right now over to Tina's.
Yeah, so if we split our methodology, then we can maybe like ensure that we're not getting all 3 wrong. I don't know.
And if we get all 3 right, we get $5. If we get 2 right, we get $2.50. And if we get only 1 right, $2.50 gets moved to our pot to her pot.
$2.50 gets taken out of your pot. Doesn't necessarily go to the mole's pot.
Okay.
Goes to Phil's pot.
Phil spot. Okay. Okay.
I
So
think
yeah,
we
I'm
just split like at
yeah,
least one question.
we can split.
Okay, well this one I think we both agree that in actuality it would be you. So we like, do we want to do the opposite for this one in case the other ones we're not sure about?
I feel like this one she would have answered me because it was question number one.
And like
And
truthfully,
maybe she would
honestly,
have thrown, I feel like she
future
would have
ones.
thrown some other ones.
Okay, so we'll count this one as okay, great. So let's do that. So we're gonna say Heather.
Okay. Okay. Her next question was, it is your last day on Earth. Who would you rather not spend the day with?
This is
Well, I mean, the truthful would be me. She'd want to spend it with you. So do we want to reverse this one? But that is also just the second question. Or do we want to go truthful of this one and then wrong on the
she
last
might
one?
actually want to spend the day with you so that it's more interesting for her that she could get to know you more.
I don't know about that.
Just saying. Honestly, it's probably 50-50.
Yeah.
Let's go you.
Okay.
Unless you want to answer
No, I'm fine with that one.
unless we think she would have answered my name two questions back to back.
I'm fine with going either way because I think if it's me, it's the wrong way, which then we've met our, you know,
Yeah.
quota kind of thing of what we're trying to accomplish here. So I'm okay with answering me. But if you want to, I mean, if you want to go with you, then I would just go the opposite with a third question.
I'm okay if we answer you.
Okay, then let's do that.
Okay.
Me for the second one.
And if you could be either person for one day only, who would Tina choose to be?
I think she would choose to be you because
I think
you're
so as
more of
well.
a mystery and would be
Well,
more interesting.
I think she would just say that, she's never been a guy before. So I think the truth is she would choose me. And again, we've already met our quota of what we're doing here. So I'm okay with going the truthful way of what we actually think she would do. Or if she's throwing it, I think she's throwing it, she's going to you. But I'm okay answering the truthful way, which is being me if you want.
And question two was
It's the
what
first
was the wording on question two? Who
do you not want to spend the last day on Earth with? And
Okay.
we said me.
Okay, and then who would you want to be for the day? I'm okay if we answer you as well.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, let's quickly bring Tina back in. Hello, Tina.
Tina is
Tina has
on
gone
a break.
missing.
She's making a sandwich.
No, I was watering my plants.
No more sandwiches.
No, no more sandwiches.
All right. So, they have answered three of the questions. So I'm going to reveal what they thought you answered, and if you want to say what you answered, if you don't remember, just let me know and I can say what you said.
Oh, they were guessing my answers.
Yes.
Okay.
So, for the question of a deadly snake has bitten both of the other players, and Tina only has the anti-venom for one of you. Who did Tina give it to? Tina, who did you say?
Heather.
And they guessed Heather, so that's correct. It is Tina's last day on Earth. Who would she rather not spend the day with? Tina, who did you say?
just because I feel he would have more interesting stories. I would rather spend the last day with him, so not Heather.
And you guys said
You said me.
that's right. So that
So
one's
that's
not
wrong.
right. And then,
Ah,
if you could be either person for one day only, who would Tina choose to be? Tina,
Jonathan.
and you guys said
Jonathan.
Jonathan. So that's two right in that round. So that's 250 going into the players pot right now.
Woo!
We are going to
All
move
right.
on to the Jonathan round. So just so you guys know, for the Jonathan round, uh, if you get all three right, you'll get $10. Two, $5. One, -5. Zero, -10.
Yeeks.
Sorry,
Jonathan,
may we repeat that?
yep. If you get all three questions right, you'll get 10. Two, you'll get 5. If you get one, -5, and zero, -10.
You don't need to take notes about me. I'm not the mole.
We're gonna move Jonathan over to
Exactly what a mole would say.
All right, so it's down to you two now. All right. So these questions are what Jonathan has answered, and his answer had to be either Heather or Tina. Okay. Who does Jonathan not trust with his most valued secret?
That would be me. No, I don't think Jonathan likes me. I don't think he trusts me. I think he answered me for this one, Heather, totally.
I do have to remind, sorry, because Tina was in the room before. You both have to lock in an answer together, so you both have to say.
Well, do I have to type it somewhere or we just
No,
have to
no,
say?
you just have to agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was question 4 that we were asked, right?
Yes.
Who do you not trust with your most valuable secret?
He's
I
gonna
would-
say me.
Tina, I would agree.
Yes.
Okay, are we locking that in?
We can lock that in.
Your next question was, who is less likely to pick up a tab at a restaurant?
I have no clue what he would answer for this one. I mean, who does he think out of the two of us, who's the cheapskate?
I don't know that one either. That would be honestly, I had a hard time answering that one too.
Yeah. What does your gut tell you? What did you answer?
Am I allowed to tell her what I answered?
No, you're not allowed to talk
Oh,
about your
right,
answers.
I'm not allowed. Okay. So,
So logically, I would think probably you would be less hesitant because you're feeding a whole family and food's expensive right now.
or would I be more likely to not pick up a tab because I need to be more frugal?
Right. So, and this is who's not going to pick up the tab, right?
And
Or
who does
who's-
he think out of the two of us maybe has less money? He may think I have less money.
Maybe because you have kids and I don't. Well, and mine are grown. So,
Not to trust.
are you okay saying you for this one?
I'm okay saying me.
Okay.
Are we locking that in?
I'm okay to lock that in as me.
Okay.
And now here comes the worst question of the whole question and answer hour.
Who is more likely to cheat on their significant other?
Okay. I would have to say he may have guessed you, Tina, only because I have like really young kids and um, it would be probably more devastating to break up a family with young
Yeah.
kids.
But
That's
then on
just
the other hand, I'm almost 60. So who's going to be going around sleeping with me? You know what I'm saying? um,
Mr. Potato Head would be.
yeah, I would agree with you based on that reasoning because you do have a young family that he probably would have picked me over you. So I agree with your reasoning.
Okay. Is it okay if we say you, Tina?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Are we locking that in?
yes,
Yep.
yes.
Yep.
All right, let's bring Jonathan back in. All right, Jonathan, let's see how they did with your questions. So we started with who do you not trust with your most valued secret? Jonathan, do you remember who you said?
Yeah, I said Tina.
And the group said Tina, so that's correct. Who is less likely to pick up a tab at a restaurant?
I said Heather.
Woo!
And Heather and Tina both said Heather. All right. And who is more likely to cheat on their significant other?
I need to preface this one. So one's married, one's not. Vows mean something to some people. So I did say Tina.
Well, they got it right. So
Yeah.
all correct there. So that is $10 going from the mole's pot over to the player's pot.
Woohoo!
All right. So the third round is the big one here. And for this one, it will be $15 for all three questions right. $7.50 for two, minus $7.50 for one, and minus 15 if none of the answers are correct. And once this is done, we'll go over those and we will be fair and reveal the answers to all the questions. But let's go right now and put Heather into her room. Perfect. All right, so your answers again this time will be either Jonathan or Tina. And here are the questions that we're using. Who is more likely to lie to Heather's face for something of significant value, according to Heather?
I don't know. What do you think? I would say, Heather knows how cutthroat I am, so I would want to say me, but
I
also, I don't know. I don't know what you
I
think.
would agree with your reasoning because I think you're more of a hardcore player than I am. I mean, not to bring up the past, but you totally used Brandon and lied right to his face. No, let's be honest. So I would think that that might be in the back of her head that when it comes to the game,
Mhm.
now that's maybe not a thing of great importance, but
Right.
it's not to be forgotten either.
Yeah. Everyone's significant value is subjective. So,
Exactly.
um,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm fine saying me.
Okay.
If that's what you want as well.
Well, if that's what you want as well.
I do. Yeah. Yeah. I'm good.
Are we locking that in?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is more likely to sneak a peek at their birthday present?
And this is like if she knew me better, she would know that I would never, ever, ever do that
Yeah.
because I love a surprise.
And I also would never in my life do that.
Yeah.
So,
So who would you think?
however, I mean, I don't know. I just want to think that she thinks I'm the sneakiest person ever. So I feel like I would say me again, even though I would never in my life do that. Um, but again, I don't know. Like, I don't know. What do you think? I
Well,
don't
if
know
we're
that
gonna
she
go
would.
on your sneakiness record, yeah, perhaps.
I would think
Um,
I would think me. I don't think she would think that you would be
yeah,
sleeping and open up. Yeah, I get
right.
like
All right. Let's go with you on that one.
I would also say me.
Okay.
We're locking that in.
Yeah.
Yes.
And who would have fewer people attend a party in their honor?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, considering I was just talking about a party, do you think she would think more you, Jonathan, than me?
Yeah. I'm
I mean,
like
I have a
alone.
bar at my house.
I'm a loner. I'm I like spending my time by myself. I don't do parties. So I would also think me because we just talked about you having a Halloween party and all this other stuff and whatnot.
Oh, wait, we skipped a question. This
We
is
did, but we're not doing
who's
that
gonna
one, I
vote
guess.
themselves the most popular in a popularity contest, right, Phil? I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
No,
okay.
but we're not
We're
doing
not
Don't
that
give
doing
me
one.
that
the
one.
hosting job. Don't give me the hosting job.
No worries. We're just not doing that question.
Oh,
But good observation.
That's for the advantage that's coming up. No, yeah, I'm okay with saying me
okay.
again. Ooh, okay. All right.
You are the man of the hour.
We've committed.
Okay, we're locking that in. Okay.
It's worth a lot too, so let's hope.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll see what Heather thought.
Let's bring Heather back. All right. Hello, Heather.
Hello.
Okay, we went through your questions, these ones, and let's see how they did. So we asked who is more likely to lie to your face for something of significant value. Heather, do you remember who you answered?
More likely to lie. I answered Jonathan.
And Jonathan and Tina said that you would say Jonathan.
I am
All
a
right.
truth teller. I'm just telling you right now.
Who is more likely to sneak a peek at their birthday present?
Now, my reasoning for this is that Jonathan just had a birthday that passed, but he didn't seem like birthdays were a big thing. So I said maybe Tina would be more excited to sneak a peek at a birthday gift.
All right. Well, they said that you would say Jonathan. All right.
And we both said we would never, just FYI for your information.
Oh.
And we skipped the next question. This was part of just a Phil weird thing that he did. And then we go to who would have fewer people attend a party in their honor? Who did you say?
Well, my reasoning that I told Phil for this answer was I said Jonathan lives in a big city and works in film, and I just predicted knows a lot of people. And then I also predicted Tina said she works from home and lives more in a smaller town, that perhaps Tina would have less people come.
All right. And they said that you would pick Jonathan for that one. So that will be a negative 750. There. All right. All right. Just because I'm evil and I love to read the answers for everything, I'm going to share your answers so that everybody can know what everybody said. So, starting with Heather's answers. So, a deadly snake, for question one, a deadly snake has been in both of the other players. She would give the anti-venom to Tina. Last day on Earth, she would rather not spend it with Tina. If she could be either person for one day only, she would pick Jonathan.
I'm not that exciting.
Who does Heather not trust with her most valued secret? Tina. Who is less likely to pick up the tab at a restaurant? Jonathan. Who is more likely to cheat on their significant other? Tina. And who is more likely to vote for themselves in a popularity contest? Jonathan.
And I
Jonathan.
have.
Jonathan's questions. A deadly snake has been in both of the other players. He'd give the anti-venom to Heather. Last day on Earth, he would rather not spend it with Tina. If could be either player for one day only, they would choose to be Heather. Most likely to lie to your face for something other for significant value, Tina. Who is more likely to sneak a peek at their birthday present? Heather. Who is more likely to vote for themselves in a popularity contest? Heather. Who would have fewer people attend a party in their honor? Heather. And Tina's answers. So who do you not trust with your most valued secret? Jonathan. Who is less likely to pick up a tab at a restaurant? Heather. Who is more likely to cheat on their significant other? Jonathan. Who is more likely to lie to your face for something of significant value? Jonathan. Who is more likely to sneak a peek at their birthday present? Heather. Who is more likely to vote for themselves in a popularity contest? Jonathan. And who would have fewer people attend a party in their honor? Heather. All right. I'm going to let you discuss while I tabulate your final results.
Can I just confirm? Tina was only asked 7 questions and Jonathan was only asked 7 questions?
No, the 3 that were
No, we
given
were at
already.
3.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to share any answers at this point because I need to take a final quiz.
So it looks like we made $5 tonight. 12.50 minus 7.50. Yeah, we made 5.
250 players pot, yeah.
Yeah.
1050 from the mole's pot. I don't know if the first one came from the mole's pot. I wasn't paying attention.
The
but-
first one, I think Phil said that if you lose 250, he didn't say it was going to get moved from either pot. I think that just said
we won 250 though for players pot, he said.
Oh, so it didn't all move from the mole's pot. It was like either win or
Yeah, maybe not for this the first one. I don't know.
Oh,
The second one
okay.
he specifically said move from the mole's pot.
okay.
And the third one I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, either way, we got $5 more in the player's pot, wherever it came from. So
It's something.
yeah. I always hate those challenges when it's like touchy questions or
yeah, and some of them
feels
like
ugly.
Well, that
Yeah,
first
so-
one, I was like, "Oh, we're starting strong over here with the Van Helm. Who we're gonna save?" I was like, "Okay, a little cutthroat."
yeah.
I have thick skin. It's not gonna bother me, and we have to pick. It's not like someone like went behind someone's back and like voluntarily just said this. This
Right.
was like,
Yeah.
you have to pick one of 2 people.
And like for example, the one where it said who is more likely to cheat? Tina, I chose you because I said I don't know if Jonathan has a significant other. So I said
Ah.
I'm not sure if there would be cheating if I didn't know. And so I said Tina, it has to be my go-to because I said I know she has a partner.
Yeah. And that's
Fair.
okay. And Jonathan's reason was you're married and I'm not. So he was like, maybe anything goes, right? So, and it's all good. I mean, you're put in this position of trying to pick between 2 people to really ugly questions. And, you almost have to get this mentality of, okay, what's everybody else going to think, right? Because that's the name of the game. So,
Yeah. Well, what a fun spicy last challenge.
Right? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Are you surprised by any of the ones that we answered for your round, Heather? Like we answered me for all of them, but
Well, um, I was surprised that you picked Jonathan would look at the birthday gift. I thought for sure that when your birthday had just passed that it was like nonchalant, like on the DL. And then I thought maybe Tina would,
yeah, we just kind of were going with the theme of like you think maybe I'm the most sneakiest, so that just stay with that kind of thinking. But yeah, we both said like
Yeah.
neither of us would look. I'm not a Snoopy person at all, and I
No,
love
and
surprises.
I love
so, yeah,
surprises. I would
Yeah.
never ruin it by looking ahead. Love surprises.
yeah,
I wouldn't
I-
either.
I agree.
But it's just like
And the fewer people one, that would be hard for you guys to know who I would pick, but my reasoning was I just pictured you might know a lot of people in Toronto
yeah. No,
through your work.
I mean, it makes
That was
total sense.
my reasoning.
I just
Yeah.
know me, and I'm like, stay away from. I've seen like 4 people in person since COVID, so like I'm like, stay away
Yeah.
from me.
He's like a loner where I'm like, hey, you 100 people that live in town, come to my house for this party, so
Yeah, but it makes
It's-
sense what you thought. Yeah,
I
Yeah.
picture you living out in the middle of the woods.
oh, and I do.
Tina.
And I do, but so does everybody else. So it's like,
Oh,
yeah, it's just different out here because everybody knows everybody. And then if you don't know them directly, you know them through this friend or that friend. And, so yeah, it's a little bit different out here in a small town.
are your neighbors close or no? Like, are they close?
Closest one is maybe about a half mile away.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Unless you count the cows. The cows are closer.
Well, players, congratulations. You've got through your last challenge. I know that one was a bit more sensitive, but you made it through. And congratulations on making it to the end of the game. That's really amazing. And thank you again for a wonderful game played. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this all plays out. Your final results, I can reveal that after all the math is done, that the player's pot now stands and will end at $113, while the mole's pot now stands. Oh, hold on 1 second. I made a mistake there with the mole's pot.
Oh,
Oh, darn 1 second. I made a mistake with the things. Keep talking. Keep talking.
yeah. That's a pretty solid pot for the player's pot, 113.
yeah.
So, if you were to win, what would you do with your big winnings?
Who are you asking?
Both of you.
Well, I made a promise to Brandon, and I'm going to honor that promise and send him the $70 so he can go to his church camp thing that he is really wanting to go to. He's recently found faith and religion, and it seems like it's very important to him, so I want to honor that.
That's really nice.
Not the $113.
Well, the rest I'll put in here's the thing. I need a new dishwasher badly. So the rest would go in the
Mine's
dishwasher
broken.
fund.
Mine's broken too.
Yeah, it's been broken for like 6 months and I'm sick to death of washing dishes by hand. I'm telling you.
Nice. Well, the mole wins either way. So what I'm gonna do with my money is I don't know. I haven't thought of it. Spend it on animal food, probably. They're expensive. They're
Oh,
expensive. My cats are on
Yeah.
medicated food, and the dog's not expensive food wise, but the cats are on medicated food. So it's like
how many pets do you have?
me, I have 3. So there's the 2 cats and the dog. No cows. No cows.
Well, we have the same pets here, 2 cats and 1 dog. And yes, the cats are more expensive to feed than the dog is.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's like
However, I do have to get
125
supplements
more.
for my dog, so those are $40 a month. So it's kind of like ugh,
Yeah.
gross. Oh,
Sorry. Well, I was actually right. The player's pot is at $113. So after all of that, and the mole's pot was the one that I had wrong, but I hadn't announced it yet. So the mole's pot is at $82. So 113 and 82. So congratulations. Well, first off, congratulations, obviously to the mole, because that's what you'll be winning. And then for the players pot, it still will be between two people that will have to face off in the quiz. So just so we'll talk about how the rest of this will work. But viewers, um, we're going to be doing the reunion next week where we will bring back all the players, reveal some secrets that have happened in the game, announce the winner, and finally officially answer the question of who is the mole?